Now. All right, good morning. You answered my call. I am Honorable Barrister Mrs. Rita Orji, representing the suffering and smiling people of Ajerome Fellow, the Federal Constituency. I'm from Lagos State. And by the grace of God, I happen to be the chairperson Committee on Diaspora Affairs of the National Assembly. And with me are my colleagues, members of the House Committee on Diaspora Matters. From my left is
Honorable Solomon Maren is my name. I represent the very good people of Mangu Bokos Federal Constituency. I'm from Plateau State.
Honorable Dr. Henry Okon Achibong, representing Itu, Ibiono Federal Constituency in the Onkom.
Well, thank you for asking why you are gathered. It is just for one reason that will interest the whole world and the whole Nigerians. Sometime November last year, there is a public outcry from the members of the public, from Nigerian communities in Italy, from Brekete family, from good people that value Nigerian as their country and value the indigenes as human beings, not animals. The outcry was about a woman named Madam Julie, who is in Italy as a lawful Nigerian. She got sick. The sickness is just of 2% increase in the body temperature. Knowing fully well that normal temperature is 37 degrees Fahrenheit, hers was 39, and she moved to a hospital for a checkup. On getting to the hospital in Turin, she was told that it's a minor fever. She took the drugs that were given to her. After they conducted the test, she received her test and she went home with the drugs. After taking the drugs for 1 week, she came back to report how she was feeling. And on the day in question, she was asked, "Did you come alone?" And she said, "Yes, I did." Innocently, not knowing the reason why that question was put across to her. She said she came alone. And she was given a room to rest, that they want to give her injection or drugs that will lead to completion of the healing process of the fever. That marks the beginning of her paralysis. She was asked to lie down, that they are going to give her some medication. Within 2-3 minutes, she was approached with a mixture in a cup, and she drank it, believing that that is for the fever she complained. She drank it and she became dizzy. And she was telling them, "Oh, my eye is turning me." They say, "No problem." Suddenly, they thought she's down finally. The team of the doctors, which I will release the names to you and the addresses of the hospital, came around and tied her legs and her hands on the bed. And she started shouting, "Why are you tying me?" She said, "People should come. I don't know what these people want to do to me." One of the doctors responded that if you want, shout on top of your voice. Nobody will know what is happening here. That was how they pressed her down and gave her injection at the breastbone. After giving her the injection, she passed out. When she finally came up, she saw the lower part of the buttocks. 2 of them has been, I won't say open, chopped off to the axis where the bone were cracked, both bones were cracked, and the pieces of bones were falling from there. And her bladder was disengaged from the source. And urine was trailing off uncontrollably. What is important for the hospital in question is to put a mat on the bed to control the urine and inserted a catheter on her. When she woke up on a catheter and a bold plaster by the left side of the kidney. That marks the beginning of the story. This issue, this statement, these actions took place 2008 ending. You can't believe that when the relations of this lady came, a woman named Deborah and Ifani, they came and the woman explained, this is what I saw, and gave the test she did before she was forced into comatose to the sisters and said, please run to Nigerian High Commission in Rome. Tell them this is what is happening. I came here with my 2 legs. I'm now paralyzed. Those documents were given through Madam Martina to Mr. Folorunsho, who is a staff of Nigerian High Commission. That was the end. They never asked after her since 2009. They never come there to see her. They never even keep the result, because when we demanded for the result, they denied that they don't have it. As I'm talking to you, the recklessness of Nigerian High Commission in Italy, as at then, brought the terrible situation we see. Assuming they come up in time, the situation of this woman will not be on this level. And as I'm talking to you, since that 2009, nobody had come up to say, let me check this woman that is raising alarm that her kidney has been tampered with. Let us know whether it's true or false. Nigerian High Commission never did that. Nobody did. They started moving Madam Julie from one hospital to the other. At the end of the day, it is a norm that when you are being transferred to any hospital, the ambulance that is going to carry you must go with your medical report. But on Julie's case, nothing like that. They dump her into one ambulance to drop her in one home or the other without a medical history. They kept her thinking she would die. At a stage, she was only living in prayers. They finally dropped her, the 7th place. They were moving her from one place to the other, which I asked the question, what's the reason of moving her from one place to the other? What is her sickness? What is it that she had? There is no answer to that. What they were telling us now is she is mentally imbalanced, she is diabetic, she is this, she is that. And I want to tell you people, gentlemen, that all these stories are unfounded. No one has a confirmation on medical ground. They dumped her in a mental home. The woman of 30-something years dumped in mental home that harbors the old men and women that are demented. It's not a hospital. They just keep them there, give them food and give them whatever they want to maintain them. So if Julie raised alarm that, oh, something is happening to me, the police will not attend to her because she has been declared mentally unbalanced. So whatever she is saying in Italy, nobody takes her serious because the authorities have declared her mad without any medical record. This is a way of trying to shut her out. When the thing started coming out to the light, they now said they want to give her a house. They will do this. They gave her house for some time, thinking she would die. But she never died. They collected the house again. So as I'm talking to you, I'm going to release the pictures of how Julie looked like and the interview I had with her, because I was live in Turin to watch things by myself with my honorable members. And I want to tell you, to the dismay of the whole world, that Nigerian High Commission never went back to ask this woman about your health for that 2009 till 2016. And when we come on board, we requested. They brought a doctor, I don't know where the person came from. And we are asking the question, what gave this hollow cavity on this woman? What led to her paralysis? Hence, there is no examination to prove that she is sick or not. The purported doctor was saying she is diabetic, she is this, it is ulcer, it might be ulcer. They want to do a curettage, and I asked the doctor, are you mad? Because if you are really a medical doctor, if she is diabetic, that is a reason why no sane human being will want to inflict any harm on her or create any wound, because it will not heal. I want to tell you, gentlemen of the press, on our arrival to that place, we conducted a test. Julie is never diabetic. The scan that was carried on her, which we have the result, shows that her kidney was tampered. And that was what the woman was shouting at for the past 8 years. And nobody seems to believe her. Today, it is Julie. Tomorrow, I don't know who will be. It might be me, it might be my daughter, it might be my brother, it might be my sister, it might be you, gentlemen, it might be your relation. That is the reason why we have to raise our voice to this injustice. As I'm talking to you, they stopped anything they are giving to her. It was just as we come. I was phoned last time that they organized a meeting since 8 years, because they found out that we were in Italy. They organized a meeting. And the meeting, the record of the meeting is with me. Those people that are arguing that it's not true, when we have gotten facts and tests, they now came up to ask the way forward. So the way forward of how to replace the woman that is paralyzed already, is it how to replace the kidney that was removed tampered without her consent? Is it how to bring her back for 9 years of trauma? And I want to tell you, my brothers and sisters, that the drugs that are being given to this woman are the drugs for mad people. And she vehemently refused taking the drugs. Maybe they are giving her that drugs thinking that it will trigger the diabetes they are purportedly presenting to the public. But good enough, the woman is a cat with 9 lives. She refused to take the drugs. The drugs for that past 7 years had 3 Ghana must goes and 1 draw box. The woman keep packing it, and we came back with a specimen. The draw dog, goat, cat on the tablets. The woman refused to take any of them. And the same woman they say is diabetic. Could you imagine, assuming she is, and she's not taking any drug for 9 years, she would have died. But nothing happened to her. She kept praying, and God kept her alive. So the pictures you will see will be horrible. If you look at this woman, you will cry. Do we really have protection as Nigerians abroad? Do we really value life? Do we really understand the meaning of having a high commission in any country? What is the role of Nigerian High Commission wherever they are established? Is it not for this matter? Or are they only ready to collect administration charges? Are they only ready to collect money? Are they only ready to inflate prices? Are they only ready to gang up for the citizens they are supposed to protect? A Moroccan died in Italy. Within the time I went, it was the king of Italy, of Morocco, that came down to verify the facts leading to the death of the woman. So important, so critical, that they value the life of their citizens. When investigations were thoroughly done, that the woman died a natural death, they took the corpse home. Today, how many Nigerians have been dumped into the sea? How many of them were being buried without the consent of the families? How many of them are subjected to this inhuman treatment as meted on Julie? Somebody that walked into a hospital for checkup and ended up on a paralytic bed. Allegation of madness and stuff like that. I want Nigerians to know that we are not safe. If the High Commission is not ready to work for Nigerians, we don't have a reason allocating any funds to them. We don't have a reason having them over there. Because assuming they intervene, when this poor woman submitted her result that this is what I brought from the hospital before they gave me injection, we would have saved her from getting this paralysis. Nigerians would have known the critical situations on ground. Our organs are in a high cost everywhere. We are illegal immigrants. as purportedly taxed by people. But our bone marrow sells at a high cost. Our kidney is needed to serve the superior human being. Our liver is needed for those who are supposed to live. When will Nigeria wake up to the rights of its citizens, both home and abroad? Julie's own is a call, a clarion call for anybody, because it can happen to anybody. Is Julie today, who knows who will be tomorrow? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Tampering. Substances were pulled out from the kidney. The scan results which we conducted as we went there proved that. The record is with us. It's not just somebody is alleging that something happened to her. No. The result is with us. We are ready to tender it anywhere we are called upon.
Okay, that's all.
The age of the kidney is, cause of urinary tubule, reached with the kidney and linked to the bladder. The bladder was yanked off in the process of tampering with the kidney. That is why the urine was uncontrollable. At the stage she was passing blood. This is a healthy person that has nothing wrong with her before this happened.
Is the bladder back? You talk about bone marrow. Did they talk about the bone?
When you see the picture, honorable gentlemen, I think that will explain clearly. I have some medical doctors with me.
All right, sorry, before the pictures, that's the names of the hospital and the people you said you were going to give us.
Yes.
And the high that's the representatives in, over the Nigerian
The documents are alleged to be handed over by a woman called Martina to Mr. Folorunsho of Nigeria High Commission within the 2009.
No, we're talking about the way forward. Who was that? The way forward? Is it the High Commission?
It is not the High Commission. I want to tell you that even after our visit, the High Commission has never gone to see the woman till today.
Okay, mine is a follow-up. You talked about Julie, though you didn't give us the surname. We don't know the surname of Julie. But what does Julie actually do in Italy?
Julie is a mother. She had one son. And she is a normal woman that goes to look for work. Julie is not a prostitute. Julie is not a criminal. Julie is not a drug baron. She was never convicted or arrested or detained for any criminal offense before this issue. And let me buttress fact. Even if she's a prostitute, in event of whether she's a prostitute, that wouldn't have been a reason for the massacre.
Okay, Honorable, I have 3 questions. 1, with this intervention, what do you intend to do?
Well,
What do you want?
What's
the action that will satisfy
you? Yes.
honestly, the action that will satisfy me is, number 1, the whole world will perceive the injustice. And I want you to know there is no compensation that will be equivalent to what the woman has passed through. Nigeria, per se, the foreign affairs, Nigerian president, every human being that is in this country has to rise up to the defense of this young woman. I don't think there is anything anybody will do for me to make me happy than to see this woman walk on her legs again and come back to the human being she is.
So you want a total medical intervention that will...
It is not even total medical intervention. I'm saying that there will be a holistic compensation. And secondly, the team should take a medical analysis of her situation and prefer the best solution to take care. She has lost hope on the medical doctors around her. So I would advise that they have to look for another set of medical team that are not from Italy, not Turin, to carry out this job.
The result you have so far, is there any possibility of Julie working again with the result you have?
Well, from what happened, they may have to do an anesthesia before they harvested the kidney. So in doing that, they had damaged the lumbar and the sacral nerves. So there is no way Julie can walk. There's absolutely no way Julie can walk. Julie has been paralyzed. And the issue of walking has nothing to do with it. She has to be compensated. The doctors, the medical doctors that did that have to be dealt with as the law permits.
Okay, so let me find out also, what provoked this your interest? Was there any form of petition, before you decided to go to Italy?
Well, what provoked it is number 1. This matter has been on before I was appointed as a chair committee on diaspora matters. The outcry has been everywhere. In fact, I didn't hear about it. I heard about it through one of the media person. Wonderful human being that cares. He told me about this matter in Brekete family. And that was, I thought it was a joke. I thought he's just pulling my legs. Until I visited Brekete family and I heard the whole story. An official petition was submitted to the House of Representatives as regards to that.
Where is this Brekete family?
The radio station. Julie is from Edo State, but is resident in Turin.
Have you taken up the matter with the embassy in Italy embassy in Nigeria?
I told you I just came in from investigation. I don't want to take a matter when I don't have the facts on ground. I am going to take, it's not only Nigerian embassy. Nigerian High Commission is the first suspect. Because I'm suspecting them of conspiracy. If they did not conspire with Italian authorities, they would have been the first-hand information, the informant we would have gotten before this thing gets to this level. So it's not only Nigerian High Commission. We are going to take both Italian government here, the hospitals and everything that is involved. Because the National Assembly is going to make sure that justice is not only seen, it will be done.
All right, now, sorry.
Okay, I want to digress a bit from about students, how students are stranded, students who are students who are stranded.
It is the House of Representatives that will follow suit. I've brought it to the House. It has been assigned to committees. So the committee it was assigned to will do justice to that.
No, but can you give us an overview? So far, because that day we came here, we didn't get the motion. Can you give us an overview of how Nigerian students are cooking abroad?
Nigerians, when you talk about Nigerian students, it's not only Nigerian students. Nigerians everywhere are suffering. Okay, look at this pain has been there. Imagine a Nigerian suffering this immigration problem there and coming back to Nigeria again. She just saw it at Ogun State. To change her passport, she was beaten up, insulted, and threatened to be locked up. Her phone smashed because she's speaking British English. I'm going to take on that because already the petition is coming up. By next week, you will hear the name and everything concerning the lady. So this is what diasporans are suffering everywhere. Yes, I'm going to give you the name of the hospital. As I told you, I am not telling you stories. I'm telling you the reality. Honorable Hospital and the medical doctors.
I thought you were going to show us those pictures.
I am going to give you, not show. If at this stage, with what we see, we saw there, and with the movement we did with Nigerian High Commission, till today they have not. We requested for the medical record that was given to them. They told us that they have sent it to Foreign Affairs. But we asked Foreign Affairs, the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, she said she has not received anything. So even at our journey to that place, they have not released the medical record. Nigerian High Commission refused to send the medical record till today, and they have refused to even go and see that woman ever since we left. Of the discussion in the hospital with the lady, because I am not ready to hide anything. I want you to see everything as it is, one-on-one. So when Nigerians hear from Julie, they will know that we are not joking about her health. Yeah, the hospital. The first place she went for the checkups, and the deep incision was done on her, and the bone was cracked, while pieces of bones were falling off. The same place, the bladder was yanked off in the process, and urine was falling uncontrollably. The hospital is Ospedale. I spell it for you: Ospedale. Ospedale Maria Victoria. Where CIBRARIO 72 Turin. That's the address.
72
Torino.
Sorry, when you say the address, just tell us in Italy. Just
Torino, in Italy.
Yes, just
everything I'm talking is in Italy. No one is in Nigeria.
Yes, ma'am, because
It's in Torino. It is in Torino, Italy. Everything happened within that terrain.
All right,
the second hospital is.
Sorry, ma'am, please, ma'am. For the purpose of us television, no, you don't do like that, okay? That's the Yes, ma'am, please take it again, call it and say in Italy. That is how we are going to put it on air. If not,
the first hospital is Ospedale Maria Victoria. The address is VIA C Briario 72 Torino, Italy. That's the first hospital. The first one was done, and they moved her from there to the second one, incognito, without a medical record. They slugged her into an ambulance and took her away in the night. And this one is an underground. The second one is an underground where they dumped her. That one is Amedeo de Savio, CSO SVIZZERA, 164 Torino, Italy. Then the third hospital, because they are moving her as they like without a medical record. The third one now is Ospedale San Giovanni Bosco. Then the address is PIAZZA del Donatore. I'm not an Italian anyway. Di Sango 3 Cap, that's CAP 10154 Torino, Italy. These three hospitals are the major hospitals that conspicuously did the act. The subsequent 4 or 5 areas they dumped her are mental homes, so they has nothing to do with medical records.
Please, can you forward the
Give me your address. I forward.